Hey Conchita.
Lakini hizi hei zako kwanza umeanza kwenda gym mama. Nikovani to shots. So we apologize.
It's new year, new things.
Dude.
So, nilikula December.
Tuko much.
Yeah, I'm still trying to shade off. It's been
Saa zingine penye nilikuwa kota wewe nataka kurudisha tu.
The moment watoto out of school.
Yeah.
From November. It was from November.
Yes,
to
December
January.
to January. Yes.
Yeah, almost February. Basically,
So now you've been going to the gym to lose the weight.
Oh yes. Eating healthy.
Noko watu wengine wana lift tear gas. Naitaki makasiriko.
No, ilipata kama hadn't build up enough muscles.
So you couldn't grab the nini.
So if Jacom can proceed until somewhere in June, I can join in July. In recent times, almost 2 weeks back, there have been, a lot of political change and political win. Nigeria, for example, went to the polls. That was fantastic.
The president who sleeps.
Well, I like the way the IBC works and how they accept the results.
I know, right?
The changes are amazing.
So peaceful.
It's so peaceful. South Africa, for example, are also going through some stuff.
Have you watched like in South Africans Parliament? That's a comic. I need like a Netflix special for that.
It's like Julius is a darling.
Tell me about it. I keep on wanting just to see the next video of what's going on in the South African Parliament, because it's like a show. It's like a comedy show, like a reality.
It's always fun to watch South African Parliament. Have you tried Tanzanian Parliament? It's amazing. You should try.
Lakini sasa sikuelewi.
Unielewi vizuri.
Nataka mimi nitazame pale lakini utaongea na Kiswahili kipi?
Bwana kwetu ni Homa Bay. Mimi kwetu ni Homa Bay. Yes, kuelewi.
Uelewi kabisa.
Yeah, but bringing it back home. Schools having been opened up, children have went to for holidays, half-terms and the like, examination and all of that. But these political tensions that we are having in various countries, and especially talking about Kenya, this political tension, I don't know, as a single mother on your side, how have you been managing?
First of all, let's start with the taxes. What is that?
Taxes.
Let's start with the taxes. Let me tell you. I understand the place whereby there are like two people coming in together. So it makes sense, like combining funds.
Yeah.
But now here I am as a single parent, with hefty taxes, Then I'm the sole breadwinner. That means everything that I have to buy.
Yeah.
Alafu huku umekatwa, huku kwingine kumeongezwa. So you go sometimes to the supermarket and you're thinking, am I buying taxes?
Kulipa ushuru ni kujitegemea, Conchita.
Lakini nanunua ndio nitakula ushuru ama nakula nini?
I don't know.
My goodness, what's up with the taxes? It's like they don't think, about the lower income kind of people. So imagine you're the single parent with these hefty taxes. You have school fees, you have food, you have rent, and right now they're increasing. The more the taxes go up, the more the expenses go up. So now there's no a job that is going to pia kazini wanalia. NHIF ndio NSSF ndio hiyo.
Well, pia they are crying on taxes.
Then they're crying. But then have you seen the budgets? The budgets on cars, it's $1 billion.
It is amazing.
Yeah. The budgets on sijui nini, it's high. Hawena.
But and again to think that all these budgets are driven from our taxes. The income hasn't gone up.
But we're making the same money. Well, we haven't gotten we've fikiria mama unajua mama mboga, jama wa mjengo, such kind of people. You have to think about that. Boda,
Jonah Podo,
Conchita as well. So you can imagine Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto,
Raila Odinga.
Gashagwa.
Rigathi Gachagua.
Yes, Rigiji. I know Rigiji. Imagine like the name of Zimbabwe. Like getting back to the main center of the topic. These guys, I know as much as, they're like, oh, we're going to reduce this, we're going to reduce this, we're going to reduce this. We will provide, we will provide, we will provide. My ninja. They're not. And then here you are, single parents. Every single day you have to go and struggle. Now we have mandamano. That is Monday and Thursday. Have we not learned from COVID?
You know what? Even before we go into the mandamano, you bring out a very important topic, which is taxation.
Yes.
This issue of taxation and with the current economic situation that we find ourselves in as a country is not really favorable for anybody. And I think people are getting the brute force of it are the single parents in the society. You the single grandmother, the single dad, the single lady with a child, single aunties,
uncles, the brothers,
exactly.
the guardians, everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, it's one source of income.
Yes.
You're right. And this source of income has not changed. Now, that's basically for people who are possibly earning every month.
No, imagine
now you
people
have guys who
yes
are earning on a daily basis. You have a brother in the in our area in Mlolongo who is possibly working in a shop and getting.
If they miss one day,
yes,
iyo mshahara ijaingia.
Now imagine taxes have gone up, and I in principle, I agree. We all need to pay taxes. But
of
we
course.
know historically, these taxes, as we pay them, as we remit them, they're not being put to good use. Because
but
if
of
they were
course.
being put to good use, for example, would have a lesser burden on costs, especially on costs that affect single parents.
Can preach.
Yes.
Yes.
Na ni yeye na watoto, and kids are consuming,
Hey.
is the only production, right? And then the government looks at, okay, this person is
So,
using one energy, and say,
Kiboko.
Ndio hiyo. Mtu amekuwa ki.
And you see, that's the thing they don't think about, and that's why I kept on asking. Sometimes you have to look at it from a different angle, as much as you're looking at it from. Yes, we're going to tax everything. Everything. I mean, I feel like if oxygen was taxable, we'll be taxed.
It is taxable.
Breathing.
Of course, when you go to the hospital, you pay bills.
No, I'm just talking about the free wine.
Oh, during COVID days, oxygen was taxable. Unfortunately, if you found yourself in an hospital during COVID and you needed
it was
oxygen,
taxable. And it's just free air, guys.
Water is taxable.
What it is? Electricity. Have you seen? Imeenda jo 62%.
Even I'm not so much concerned about even the percentage. I'm more worried about that these days they don't give us clear bills.
They do not. Right now, if you buy tokens for I think like 500 bob, they're like 17 units, 16 units.
And they're not telling you what is in this particular.
But have you seen the tax? Because I can open for you, my friend. Nimenunua stima juzi. Let me show you. I think I got mad. I deleted it. Got it. So now, this is I did like 500. I got actually they're not putting the taxes.
That's what I was saying. I'm more worried about. They're not showing.
They've stopped putting it.
The details of the bills.
Oh my God! Because initially they'll do token amounts.
Yeah.
Then they'll do the VAT.
Yes.
Fuel energy charge. Forex charge. Why do we need a forex charge?
I've always wondered.
EPRA charge. WRA. REP. Then inflation adjustment. Nowadays they don't do it.
So you can imagine how many parents cannot.
Dude.
How many parents
I've just
cannot.
discovered this.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I've been ignorant. Thank you.
They are not showing you those costs. And now you can imagine with those high costs, they are going to start increasing the cost.
So
now
basically,
you can imagine how many parents are going to be affected. Single parents, to be specific. You will be battling between watoto wakule,
waone stima,
waone TV,
balance, kwanza e-learning, CBC is there.
Exactly.
We need all these things. Do the government factor that?
I don't think the government always consider the social
They just consider
dynamics.
like one thing. Because like you see, for me, electricity...
They always consider about, tujenge mabarabara, tujenge maduka, tujenge madam.
Ushaona hospitali zenye zinajengangwa saa zingine. Unapata mazani ka hospitali kamoja, just like one hospital with like 3 beds.
Yeah.
And then they do like this grand opening. They're like, oh my God, not only few which, whereby the eye is like all over.
Well, to be fair to them, we need as many hospitals as possible.
Yes, we do. Roads as well, because, trade purposes and all that. But can we just fix home first? But the thing is, you have to think of the impact. They're imposing so much high taxes. And you see, as much as they're doing that, it's not like the jobs are changing the salary. So it's still the same amount. So here you are, a single parent. You've been earning this. Ukienda kwa mdosi uambie mdosi, please niongeze. Atakuangalia kuambia na kuangalia unaona government. I got my payslip. I checked naangalia venye NSSF. Will I even have access to that?
When you retire.
Which is when?
When you're 60.
And if I die, God forbid. What happens to my money?
You won't be the first person to die without having retired, but your next of kin will benefit out of it.
But that's the whole thing. And then we have the NHIF, of which it has its limitations, It's not like fully, it doesn't cover a lot of things. Of course, it does cover major few things, but not. So now you can imagine you're already paying taxes. They've already increased whatever deduction is supposed to be. Ako ka payslip ndio nenda nyumbani. Rent sezo imeongezwa. Unaona? Then now you have kids, you have school fees, You
have school fees.
You have foods.
And school fees and having children is the easy part. Feeding them.
Now feeding them. Yes. That's the other thing.
Running cost
now the running cost of feeding them has gone high. Women supermarkets na thaumbili. Have you gone into the supermarket with 2,000 shillings?
I hate supermarkets.
Let me tell you, hata uende kwa shop ya kawaida. Right now with 2,000 shillings kin, the most you can do.
Who tell me, Conchita, as pedicure and manicure have also increased based on the...
you can see we've gone natural.
I see a lot of mamas have gone natural.
It's good tight. Ash. Napiga sabu niko like ni sasa mimi single mother. Ni chakula nitanulia mtoto ama nitaenda kutengeneza makucha.
It's a vienyeji moment.
You know what? It's high. We are back. Like we are the thing.
Oh man.
It's us, sinjo tuko.
Vienyeji of convenience.
No, because like you say, one thing first, you have to balance, priority first. I'm not going and have my nails done at a cost of this, yet I have kids that I have to feed. I have to be realistic. Watakula makucha? Yenye metengenezwa? No. I have to consider their well-being. So here I am with the little taxes. No, I can't even just slay, man.
Yeah, no.
There's no slaying in this economy.
This government has no luxuries for common mwananchi.
Exactly, but it has luxury for the rich people.
Yes.
So sasa tufanye nini?
And that's the most unfortunate bit, because that disparity keeps on growing every day with each and every day growth of single parents and struggling.
And the growth is high in numbers. Exactly. We're not, it's like we're ignoring that.
Yes. So ultimately, you will find that children start getting affected by this because the impact will be to the most vulnerable, in this case being children.
Exactly.
Because you find, with a little money basket that you used to spend,
yes,
now you can't spend that much.
You have
Meaning,
to. Yeah.
The child suffers some level of discomfort. We can say that discomfort for a short period is okay, but how long will this go on? Because
you've heard what the government said. It's a long-term relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm not trying to be in such kind of a long-term relationship.
With the government, there's no divorce. You are married with the government until death do you part. If the government, and actually, it's the best kind of relationship. It is for better or worse.
But this one is mostly for worse. I never signed for worse. Who told you? Who told you I'm signing for worse? Can we just be realistic, guys? Listen, right now, my ovaries are in debt. And they're not even fertilized. You understand that, right?
I can imagine. I can imagine. But look, you know,
they're still up there.
But you know what? It's better for us because at this point in time, we are in a table state, you know. And then before we jump into what is now currently happening due to this effect, it's a marriage for better or worse. But
I'm not trying to be married in this.
Mostly, the government in Kenya is always for us, you know, because if there's corruption, young people get affected.
Yes.
Everybody gets affected.
Yep.
When and in situations where we are is also coupled up by historical corruption.
Exactly. And it's recurring.
Exactly. Now we have...
It's generational.
Exactly. Now corruption has started becoming a generational...
It is.
You know, it's like everybody is bequeathed. These days we don't bequeath children on properties. We give them corruption as a way to continue. Imagine. So if you are corrupt today, you will possibly give your child the opportunity to be corrupt so that
I don't think a child is born to be like that. It is our job to protect this, you know, our kids. And then now let's not forget we have Mandamano. That is every Monday and Thursday. Again, think about the person who is paid on a daily. The government is not going to say, oh, those Mandamano, we're going to waiver the taxes. You know? It's still the same. Yeah. And then if you don't perform, there's that. Mwambe, oh, atuku deliver, kulenda down mwezi. I'm seeing pay cuts coming through. I don't know why. I'm foreseeing like pay cuts coming, whereby companies will be like, Skiza, because of this Mandamanos, we've not been able to make money. So it's like another COVID.
It's another. It's like we are back to the COVID days. Only that this time around, it's a situation that we are making up. But talking of these mandamanos, everybody, in my opinion, everybody has a right to picket and everything.
Sure.
But you see, there is also the impact of people whose right can't be expressed at the moment. We express rights of our children on their behalf.
Yeah.
When a parent goes for mandamano, goes because of cost of living, they're basically doing that on behalf of themselves and also
kids.
their children.
Yeah.
But the children get affected directly. For example, so many parents during this period were worried about when their children, if their children will go to school.
Not only that, also like if you notice, you find that the kids, shule nafungwa mapema. You know? So like for example on Thursday, my kid went home, not the exact time. So you ni curriculum, yeyo siku
imekuwa reduced.
Yes.
But at the same time, the anxiety that grapple single parents. Your daughter left in the morning, the school bus, or maybe walked to school and things like that. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the day, then there's all this chaos.
Yes.
There's all this drama. Now, as a parent, what goes into your mind, the first thing is
safety.
Now imagine a parent whose child is possibly in Nairobi and they're working in maybe Nakuru.
It's stressful, it's hectic, it's
how
pressure.
Are they managing?
It's heart attacks, anxiety. Okay, this one
I was really worried.
I was as well, because you realize that you don't know to what level these guys are going to go for. Yeah. Again, it's every human being has the right to protest. Even I would protest. But I keep on saying, the day I will see guys from Runda, Kitusuru, is it Kitisuru? Again, don't live there. Mudaiga.
Kitusuru.
And the leafy suburbs going to protests. That is the day I will believe is a true protest. Apart from this, it seems like...
But why though? Why?
Because if the rich are affected, they are in pain. My friend,
what makes
if the rich cry, then you will know the situations are bad. You know, like as people from the middle class and lower class, we always complain, like, listen to us. There are people who really can't relate. And to be quite honest, you can't blame them. They can't relate. But ya mwenzio silalia mlango wazi, they say in Swahili.
A classical case of cake and flour.
Exactly. So but ya mwenzio silalia mlango wazi. That's the reality. And for nature to exist, you have to balance between both worlds. Mlango wazi. So that means, there's some situation they'll not be affected. However, you'll find that the businesses are being affected. So if the employees are being affected and is affecting the business, and they're like, no, you're overstepping in this direction, then they help support this side. Revolution.
I hope we don't get to that point, because I can just imagine the number of people would get affected.
A lot.
And again, I stand on the side of the children.
Yes.
If you've read history or even watched some of the news in countries where there's such kind of political turmoil, children suffer. Look at Ukraine today.
I know
what's happening in Ukraine.
It's crazy
with the discourse between Ukraine and Russia. And then I look at in many parts of Africa where there's civil war. You don't want to get into.
We don't want to be there, but the thing is,
this grandstanding need to stop. I mean,
my friend, like, you guys have billions, bro. We have Fuliza, Mshwari, KCB, Nini, that we have to deal with.
Tala and branch.
Tala branch.
Tala and their branch.
Oh, Tala and their branches. Like, we have so much, and now we have hustler funds that we have to sort out.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be considerate in, like, what is happening to us. And then here you are, the taxes have gone up, the cost of living is up, and as a single parent, I am the sole provider.
Exactly.
Like, it needs to be, we just need to reach a position whereby, because at this point, mimi kama mzazi, I'll be like, where should I go and fight for AB? Nikikosa hapa kutomia. Then niende uko niumie. Who has to suffer? It's my child.
But you have to keep on fighting.
Oh, no, we are fighting. But can we just be smart about it? Don't get me wrong. Like, let's be smart about it. I really don't mind fighting. I will go to the streets 100%. But can we just be smart?
How?
I don't know.
How do you mean smart? How would you?
Have you seen other countries protest? Have you seen what is happening in France, in Paris?
Yeah, they're banning Paris.
They're putting every dart on the street. What will hurt the economy? I like how matatu drivers strike. And like, they're my best strikers.
They just don't go.
Na nakwambiwa watu wanaumia. Like, if there's a very well organized strike, it's usually the matatu drivers. The other one is the kinakalpa, the airlines. They just be chilling.
They just don't appear.
So
we shouldn't also appear for cost of living, for high cost of living.
But we're living it. There's no winning with the government, kid. Me give up, man.
Imagine you say, okay, what? You know what? I'm going to. My method of picketing is that I'm not going to attend any demonstration. So I'm not going to go anywhere.
You don't attend, the government still does its thing. You attend, the government still does its thing. Bro, there's no winning. So what do? You
hard.
Be humble.
Unakuwa
mnyonge.
That is very hard. You need to consider mass.
Man, I need to have a conversation with my mother. Like, Christine, suffering. I wasn't meant to suffer. But again, jokes aside, as much as the government is imposing all this high, taxes, cost of living and all that, they have to be considerate, because there are people who are sole providers to their family.
Yeah.
And they don't factor this in. To them, it's a way of, generating revenue.
Yeah.
But at what cost? Like, what is important? So if I die today, part of the revenue is down.
Exactly.
So, like, just focus, man. Like, sometimes we elect our leaders. Stop being greedy.
It also, in my opinion, it also talks of the moral fabric of our society as a whole. The way we make decisions become very questionable.
Yeah.
I keep on saying that, politics is a very emotive subject.
It is.
But the decisions in politics are extremely emotional. Kenyans vote based on emotions
and popularity.
Yeah.
Who is who? Who has the money?
Who was the Benjamins?
Nani
it's always about that, in my opinion, and that takes erodes so many things and so many gains that we've made as a nation. That would give any parents a confidence that if I die today, I'm leaving my child in a more secure environment. Look at the youths today that we are. I'm still considered as a youth, by the way.
Kina former force.
Mimi ni youth. We have a youth who is 80-year-old in parliament, so I'm a youth. So
no comments, my brother. No comments.
But look at that. The country is losing that resource.
Yeah.
That energy, that vibrancy, that to contribute equally in the society. Now, these young people will grow and become parents.
Yeah.
Then in the same situation that they find their children find themselves in, do you really think you'll have a strong society?
We will not.
No. I think, in my opinion, the government needs to be a bit more sensitive. It's not about just, bulldozing. It's about conversation. People talk. Consider that, be sensitive to certain demographics. There are people who are not just having combined economic income.
Sure.
It's one economic income.
Yeah.
Like, for example,
for myself, if I don't perform, if I don't provide, then
when electricity goes up, you are impacted.
Yeah.
You don't have a buffer zone of the other party who would come in and say, well, we have to adjust our spending and still find a buffer to continue with certain development that is a family.
Yeah.
In your case, if it goes down, it's a cutting downwards.
Now, Ken, you're making me emotional and our time is running up.
Oh, no.
I need to go and cry.
Okay. I'll tell our director to give you an handkerchief. But cry away. Cry away.
Oh, my God, the government. If this is the first time listening to us, welcome. Let's talk about how single parenthood life is affecting you and share your experiences. Also, don't forget to rate us and review on Apple Podcasts, comment on YouTube, and share on that Spotify link. Find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcast. Our socials are Single Parenthood all across the board. Ciao! See you on the next episode.